Welcome to Soccer As We Like It, the Man United Direction, the channel for United and football fans, the biggest and best fan channel in United States. But today we have a lot to talk about. We have representing UK, we have Vim, the analyst, with Sienna. Hello,
Hey guys,
hello,
how you
hello.
doing?
Not too bad.
Good.
And the sole representative of USA today is from Tampa, our global director of football for Man United, is the one and only Devin. Welcome back.
Hi
Are you in the
guys.
US or you in America or UK?
Yeah, I'm back in the US. Still dealing with jet lag, but it is what it is.
You saw two games there, right? You saw the Europa and the Everton one, right? Was it Everton?
Yeah. And what the crazy part is, while I was there, we won every single match, and since I've left, we lost every single match. So that tells me that
you might need to go back.
I need to get back over there soon.
I saw your segment with the guys at Stockley Park.
Yes.
I used
That
to work at Stockley Park back in the day. That used to be more like an industrial area back in the 90s. It wasn't residential, very, very industrial. Mostly companies building out warehouses out there. I didn't even know Premier League had their studios out. I never knew that.
it's actually really nice that they have it all done up and everything as well. It's just so far out out.
Yeah. Stockley Park
Like,
is
yeah, it's pretty much Heathrow.
yeah. Because I used to
Yeah.
catch the train from Ealing Broadway, if I remember right, back in the day. So yeah, I saw a segment, and then they asked. There was a question they asked, like, how do you feel now with United in reference to your love and hate with the club? And you stood firm and said that you can't hate the club. It is what it is. With the constant changing and uh, oh boy. Clinton Morrison, Vim, do you remember he used to play for? Didn't he play for Leicester back in the
Crystal
day?
Palace, Crystal
Crystal
Palace.
Palace.
I think he did play
Right,
for Leicester for a little bit as well.
right. I remember it was quite quick actually. It was one of those quick. It was kind of. It reminded me of this Leicester centre forward now who's still playing currently. What's his name?
Vardy.
Yeah, he was one of those fox in the box. Quick, 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 quick. Yeah, I remember. Right. So now we have lost to Nottingham Forest at home, and the director of football has been fired. This was a director who we chased for what, a year.
Months.
Sir Jim was harassing Newcastle, saying they're trying to take our money for 20 million compensation. They were going to go to court. We're going for 2 million, and after 5 months, he's done. Devin, what the heck?
I woke up with this news, and I didn't think it was real at first. And then I started seeing like more and more news outlets talking about it. And the common consensus that I keep on reading about and hearing about is that he pretty much wanted like an all English coaching staff. Like he wanted either Eddie Howe or Gareth Southgate to be
I heard he wanted
the take
Southgate.
over for Ten Hag as well. And it was just kind of like, hmm. But the part that I still can't understand, because I mean, if we're keeping tabs right now,
Hmm.
first it was all right, Ineos back Ten Hag just to sack him a couple months later.
Yep.
Then they chased this guy down, put him in the job for 5 months just to sack him later on as well.
Yep.
And so you start going with this, and you're like, well, what are you guys really doing?
Exactly. So, I mean, Vin, what's the word on the street in the UK now? What are you hearing, Vim?
Same old stuff coming out yeah.
You're breaking up.
Hear me?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah? No?
Yeah,
Sound?
yeah, we can hear you. Well, you're frozen.
I mean, is
You're
unstable
frozen,
at
mate.
saying.
Vim looks like he's about to drop a track
How
on the
about now?
turntables.
Yeah, you just got DJ pose like you're
Really?
about to drop a beat. There you go.
How about now?
Yeah,
Am
Yeah,
I back?
yeah.
Am
yeah.
I still DJing or am
No, you're back to
I?
podcast mode
That's weird
and
because I could hear
and
everything you were
daddy
saying.
mode.
Daddy mode, yeah, okay. Right. So it's the same stuff coming out on the internet over here. But the general gist of it is that exactly what Devin said, that he would be favoring English coaches and probably not going to help the direction of this club as much as we thought he would. So
Hmm.
it's very unusual, that they prized him from Newcastle. We thought it was a good coup, as it was with
Yeah.
former Barada, but it turned out not to be. And I think the biggest issue for him really was keeping Eric Ten Hag at the end of last season after the FA Cup,
Oh, he
when
was in favor of getting rid of.
he was the one that wanted to keep him, yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay.
and Sir Jim Ratcliffe um,
Overruled.
was annoyed about that. No, he didn't overrule. He allowed his management team to make decisions, but he has kind of revealed that he was a bit annoyed about that. I did read something about this some weeks ago that SGL was annoyed that we kept Ten Hag when he really wasn't the right man for the job. And
After are we talking after the FA Cup?
yeah, basically, it wasn't working last season, was it? The football just wasn't working.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it was time for Ten Hag to go. And
We're losing you.
I think we lost him again.
We lost you. You're breaking up.
And back really, but that's oh, my back.
Yeah,
One
now
second,
you are.
darling.
No, you're back.
Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my router today.
Let me use this opportunity to welcome U.S. Representative, the controversial Bemsy. Welcome to the show.
What's going on?
1 second.
Right. Vim, you want time to fix it up while we move on?
Yeah, what did
Okay.
you hear from me last?
We
No,
heard
they-
that what you were saying about the English. They wanted Dan Ashworth wanted more English coaching staff, and he
Really?
was the one who supported Ten Hag to stay on.
Yes,
Even
yes.
though-
So I think that was really what messed it up for him, because we could pretty much see that the football really wasn't working last season, and SGR wanted to let him go. Did you catch that, or am I repeating
Yeah, we
it
caught
now?
that. We caught that.
You got that? Yeah. So I think that's what really damaged him, because not only did it cost us a lot of money just to get rid of Ten Hag this season in terms of compensation, and this is a loss-making club at the moment. This is a loss-making club. I think we're losing around 100 million a year. So that would have hurt. That's forced ticket prices up and other revenue.
We lost you again.
Yeah.
We lost you. Bemsy, jump in. Hey, Bems.
Moving on. Next
Yeah,
person,
what's
go.
going on?
Right. We all woke up to the news. Dan Ashworth has been sacked by Ineos after 5 months. This is a director who we chased
Yep.
for Newcastle for literally 6 months. We wanted to go to court. Then they settled for 2 million compensation. Now, after 5 months, he's out the door.
Yeah. Yeah, it was very sad to see that basically we we as a club chased this guy for so long. He was on gardening leave.
Exactly.
It just doesn't look good on Ineos, in my opinion, because I mean, I'm sure they did. I mean, I would assume they did their research to find out the kind of guy he is, the kind of director of football he would be, the kind of managers that he would want, all those type of stuff. I mean, they had to have done that for sure. So for just five months down the line to like, okay, uh, um, is in part ways. It doesn't look good on Ineos. They definitely, however way you want to address it or make it look, they made the wrong decision. And if you're trying to get the confidence of the fans and show that, okay, you want to take this club forward to in the right direction, you have to show that you're making the right decisions in those executive positions. And I mean, especially after it was made so public of how much because Sir Jim Ratcliffe made comments saying, yeah, Dan Ashworth is the best in class. He's this and
Exactly my
that.
point.
And then you turn around 5 months later, and I mean, is it that Ineos is incompetent in what they're doing? Because you can't make those kind of statements and then and then be
5 months
surprised as
later.
to, oh, this is what the kind of director of football he is. This is the kind of guy he wants. These are the kind of managers he wants and stuff. It just doesn't look good on Ineos at all. And I'm not saying that I'm in favor of, because apparently from what I'm seeing from the media is that he wanted people like Howe, he wanted people like Southgate, he wanted people like this Dan Ashwood, he wanted people like
Yeah,
what's his
he's
name?
very
Uh,
English
um
promoting
yeah,
managers. Like
yeah,
when he was at Brighton, he had who's the guy who got sacked from Chelsea at Chelsea?
Potter. Potter.
Yeah,
yeah, Potter,
Potter.
yeah, that's the guy I
He
was
was he
looking
was at
for.
Potter. He was at Brighton
Yeah,
Potter.
yeah,
How in Newcastle he was out English. He wanted Southgate to come to United. So you see, just
yeah,
English wherever he goes, he was with English managers. But we
yeah,
also the pictures when Amrin came out of the minivan, and
yeah.
you know how giving high fives and all that. Was that all just for the cameras?
I
Oh,
mean, yeah, of course, that's for the cameras for sure. But I
But
mean, I mean, at the same time, it's just messy to have this kind of situation now, especially when we're not even winning games.
no, tell me about it.
So it's just yeah, like I said, I'm not in favor of any of those managers that Dan Asher wanted. I do not agree with promoting the English coaches. I don't feel that the English coaches are good enough, in my opinion, to lead a Premier League team to a
Not the
title right
size of
now.
Man United.
Not definitely not the size of a United. But I mean, yeah, it's just bad.
Okay,
It's just bad.
Can I
Yeah.
come in
David.
there for a second?
All right, go in there. Can you come in? Go on.
Yeah, as long as my internet connection is stable, if you can hear me.
Yes.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I hear. Sorry, David, but I hear what you're saying about it looks bad on Ineos, but the flip side is that, I'm sure SGR is leading all of this. You know, he's the main guy.
Yeah.
That he doesn't tolerate this type of mediocrity that he sees from executive staff that he hires. So, you know, Newcastle did well with Dan Ashworth, as did Brighton, as with his previous clubs. And so you try and get the best in class that can replicate that kind of success in our club. But he's seen now that he's made mistakes, quite grave mistakes. And we know what they are. Is basically keeping previous manager and also going out and backing the manager with 200 million, which is now pretty much a wasted endeavor. So I think with SGR, it shows also that he's a little bit ruthless, that he's not going to
He is
tolerate
ruthless. He
big
seems like a
mistakes
very
like
ruthless man.
this. Yeah.
So with that being said now, if that is the case, why not come out and say this is exactly what happened, right?
Exactly. Thank you.
Because I mean,
Thank you, Devin.
the other part that we're looking at is he already has a background in football from Nice. So you figure, okay, that's his club he was at before. Some of these mistakes that are happening right now, you would figure, okay, he would have learned from his time at Nice.
Yeah.
How do we not repeat those
Who
again?
are you talking about? SGR or Ashworth?
SJR.
SJR.
SGR.
Yeah. So you go from that, you come to United now. And I mean, it's like, what was the last bit of positive news that we've heard about the Ineos regime?
Ruben.
Amarim, I will give,
Ruben is the most positive news I've ever heard since his ownership came into play. And Omar Barada.
I will give Amarim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with
So
that.
the other thing
Amarim.
as well,
Uh-huh.
the other thing to bear in mind, I was playing devil's advocate, is that Dan Ashworth reports to Omar Barada, and apparently Dan Ashworth wasn't very receptive to Ruben Amrin's appointment because
Yes.
Dan Ashworth wanted
Yeah.
his coaches.
Yes.
So that could cause a rift between Ashworth and his immediate superior, which is Omar Barada. Omar Barada wanted Ruben at all costs. But then there you can see there's no alignment.
Yeah.
So, but the next part, like I said, you come out, you speak about these things to the fan.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because right now, I can tell you the perception from the outside looking in. They've come in, they slashed a whole bunch of jobs.
Uh-huh.
They say that they need to implement cost cutting measures. But what we see now is they brought on Ten Hag, gave him an extension, had to pay that out. They
Yep.
paid this money to Newcastle, put him on the garden leave, give him this contract. He's gone
Yep.
after 5 months.
Yep.
And then this is all on the back of also increasing the ticket prices at Old Trafford as well.
Yeah,
I don't care if
letting
they're
staff
trying to
go.
spin it
I
as
hear
if
you.
only
I hear you.
3% of
But
the
you probably
fan.
have this.
So it's not looking the best for him.
Yeah,
As
No,
a
no, no, no. But you probably have this
fan.
term in America. We have it here that you don't wash your dirty laundry in public.
Right.
And I think there's these internal rifts are going on now, or there certainly have been with Ashworth and Barada, that they don't want to air that too much in public. So they just
Right.
say mutual consent. He decided to
Yeah,
leave.
that statement of that mutual.
yeah, but it
It's
doesn't.
nonsense. We wish you all the
It's
best in your
nonsense, man.
endeavors, please.
You must be really.
I
No
don't
one's
think
gonna
no, but
believe that mutual
yeah, that's
consent
fine,
thing.
but it's going to cause more. We're already in the spotlight,
But it's
and I don't think they want to bring more negative publicity to the club because this
Yeah.
is cannon fodder
but this
for
is
the
also
media
one of
out
those
there
things.
to show that we're having internal rifts.
But this will
I
be
don't want
another
to show
thing
that.
now because it's still going to get shown in the media regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well, it's
I
put
think it's
out there, and
worse.
a statement's put out there.
I think it's
They
worse coming out with this type of statement than just owning up to it. In my opinion, I think
no, I
this is
think I
worse.
don't.
Okay. I think if you
No,
make a different type of statement,
the
you
way
don't have
PR
to.
will work in some cases. What could you
Yeah,
say?
I mean, you
What
could
could you
just
say?
say
Dan Ashworth and Omar Barada, no, get on. What
No,
can you
you
say?
can't say that. You
No,
can't say
but
that.
like I said,
What can you say?
no,
it
you
needs
can't
to.
say that. Yeah.
I said
They don't
it needs to
align with
come, it needs to
their
come from
vision.
Sir Jim, from Sir Jim to the United fans. I got these appointments wrong. I will learn from this. It will not happen again. Something like
They ain't
that.
gonna.
Simple.
Nah.
But what's
They
the
won't
benefit?
admit.
What's the
You
benefit of
see,
saying
they
that?
can't
Yeah,
admit
there's no
that.
benefit,
They won't
and
admit
there's no
that.
real benefit, Devin, if you say that.
If
No,
you
no,
say that, it makes you
but
look
if you
incompetent.
but if you
Yes.
say if you say something like, okay, well, Dan Ashwood did a good job for us, but at the same time, we came to the conclusion that
Our
our
vision wasn't
paths
aligned.
exactly
But I
there you
mean,
go.
he
Our
was
visions were
he
not
was
aligned at
quick
the end of the day. Yeah.
he was quick to do an interview to try and justify the ticket increase.
There you
Exactly.
Yeah,
go.
because there was protests at
Because
Manchester.
that's to
You
avoid
may
the
have seen that.
protest.
No, but they already hit the protest
So
happening regardless.
apparently Dan Ashworth pushed for Gareth Southgate to be the Man United
But do you
manager
see?
before
That's it.
Amorim move. He wanted Southgate. He didn't want Amorim. He wanted Southgate.
Yeah.
It was
But that's-
I mean,
Barada
that's
and it
quite
was the
revealing.
others.
that
Barada
was very
pushed
stupid
for
from Dan
Amorim.
Ashwood, though. If
Because
Dan
Yeah,
Ashwood
but
wanted,
then think about it.
he
It's,
only
it's
does
good
English
it's good
managers.
we've let him go. Yeah,
oh
so it's
yeah,
good we've let him go.
yeah. If that's what, if like I said,
Yeah.
if he one of those three English managers, then I'm glad he's gone because there's no way any of those managers will be successful at United. Just no, there's no chance.
But now the next question that I have is, all right, now that he's gone, what's the plan now?
So the guy being pushed
Is it
for
pretty much all
I
Barada
think
now?
the bookies have Dougie Friedman, the director of sport, the director of football at Crystal Palace, as the guy to take over from Dan
Really?
Ashworth. He's the bookies' number one favorite at the moment.
Dougie Freeman, huh? What has he done?
He used to play for
That's
Crystal
that.
Palace.
No. That's not happening. Don't fall for that. Sorry. Don't fall for that, guys. We're not. Everything's.
So it's another
Yeah,
smokescreen.
it is. Everything's.
Where's
moving towards,
where's your image, man?
Okay. Yeah, Ken, we can't see you, man.
I'm coming.
It's-
I'm just getting a background. Yeah.
You know, we like to see your face. You know that.
Yes.
We
So
love
yeah,
you, Ken. We love
he's
you.
the one he's number one on the list of people to take over Dan Ashworth. Dougie Friedman. The
Yeah,
list
that's not
is
gonna happen. Yeah.
you'll be surprised. This is Manchester
It
United.
won't, no,
Anything
no.
can happen.
No, not under Barad. That's why this guy is going. That's why. What's his name? The guy you're
Ashworth.
just talking about, Ashworth.
Dan
Yeah,
Ashworth.
yeah. Where's my bag phone? I just downloaded.
Right,
you
carry
guys
on
go.
talking. Carry on talking.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be like a Spanish type.
The
Yeah.
athletic.
That's what I was
guy.
thinking.
I
that's what
I
it's
heard the
gonna be.
Atletico guy's name mentioned. I forget his name, but
It's gonna be around that, a Spanish guy or something like that.
or did anybody whatever happened to the guy who used to be at Monaco?
Mitchell.
Paul Mitchell, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Mitchell's at Newcastle now, I think, if my memory serves me
Yeah,
right.
apparently he
He
took his
did.
place. Yeah.
took his place at Newcastle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
We don't want any
we can't
English.
approach him again now from Newcastle after.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
No,
want any
this one would
English,
definitely be going to the court case.
nonsense. Yeah.
Right. So as it stands, we have lost one of the people in the new structure, Dan Ashworth. We all got the news this morning.
Structure didn't last that long.
Apparently, he's apparently from all indication when he at Brighton he worked with Potter. At Newcastle, he worked with Howe and was trying to get Southgate to Manchester United.
Yeah.
And that's where things started to unfold. And he wasn't really a big fan of Amrin, even though the pictures showed him welcoming, giving fist bumps when he came out the minivan. Like Bem said, that's all just for the camera. So obviously, but yes, let's quickly welcome.
He wanted Brantwaite as well from Everton.
Let's put a big shout. Let's welcome UK representative Mr. Fortress. Unfortunately, the Fortress was penetrated yesterday by Nottingham Forest.
The guards went to sleep.
Yeah, and representing US, we have Future Red Army, Mr. Positive, the Soul Man Joe. Welcome to the show. As we all woke up to the dismissed sacking of Dan Ashworth, director of football. I mean, I wonder how Amarin's going to feel. The guy you're supposed to be working with has now been fired. Does that leave him exposed, Devin?
I don't know.
Because he won't. That's why he wasn't made the manager. Made more. You're not going to be in charge of transfers. So would that power switch back to Dan to Ruben now having the full...
I kind of feel like Ruben right now. He still
focus on the football.
Yeah, he still has at least 2 or 3 transfer windows, in my opinion. Right. So long as you can see what the style is he's trying to play. Because right now he's still basically this is like a preseason for him right now.
Yes.
He's trying to get a feel for all his players, trying to figure out who he can trust.
Right. Okay. Cool.
So I don't know. I don't know, but if they were to try to pin this on the manager now, like Ineos's reputation will be even worse than where it is.
I was listening to a pod this morning that they said anywhere Ineos have been, they've left total chaos. They just need to go to Nice and see how much everything will turn upside down. But Nice and Man United kind of not the same. I don't know. I'm trying to be positive here. Joe, what's your take on this, Soul Man? With Ashworth being fired, it seems Jim doesn't have time for mediocrity.
I really just don't. I mean, he's only been at the job for such a short time.
5 months.
Yeah, it's just
didn't pass his probation.
Obviously there was a conflict.
That's true. Actually, he didn't pass his probation, did he?
6 months probation. He didn't pass it. Yeah.
Wow. That's just cold.
Oh,
they just gave him his P45 that quick. Golly, that was quick.
I mean,
he didn't even see Christmas.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure. Unfortunately, because of non-disclosure, he's probably not going to do an interview and let us know exactly.
Not yet.
Happened.
Definitely not now.
But if there was this is just one of those kind of things where only time will tell on whether this was a good decision or not. Because, regardless of what we hear on the internet or whatever, I don't know if there was a conflict in the direction in which they wanted to. I'm hearing he didn't even want Ruben in the first place.
Nope.
But that's just like
he wanted Gareth, your man, Gareth Southgate.
Yo, that if that's true, then it's looking like okay, maybe this was a good decision. Which in that case, this is a good day, right? Because we are because like we expect this level of standard.
It's true. It's a good day. Yeah.
It's a good day, mate.
Right. So if this is how we're moving in the front office, where if you're not performing to the standard as an executive at this organization, you're going to be seeing the exit door. Then, hey, I'm about it.
Okay. Vim, do you want to rebuttal? Do you want to agree with Joe?
There's no rebuttal there, but just imagine, right? The sporting director didn't want the manager in place now. So imagine how that relationship's going to pan out in the next 18 months. Yeah. He doesn't want him there. He wanted his people there who he didn't get. So there's going to be some resentment.
Worked together at the FA back in the day. So there's kind of a favoritism there.
But if you
Yeah. So then
sorry, Ben, go ahead.
sporting manager, sporting director, and the current manager, who is the manager I think most of us we're all happy with. We want him to succeed. We've had 10 years of misery. So the sporting director has to support that manager in every way possible. Be totally committed to him, but he's shown that he's not committed. So yes, it's a good thing that SGL let him go when he did, rather than continuing the rot.
I also just want to add something though. I don't know if you guys listen to Amarim's if you listen to his interviews or his press conferences or his conferences or whatever. There was I forgot which one it was. There was one where he was asked where he was talking about he talked about the people like upstairs that he's under. I think he mentioned Wilcox. I think he mentioned Barada. Like he talked about I forgot but he was saying, yeah, these are good people, I think, or whatever. But I can't remember him mentioning Dan Ashworth's name in that conversation. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about if you listen, but there was a interview or conference where he talked about like different people in like the executive position that are like he referred to them as like good at what they do, but I don't remember him mentioning Dan Ashworth's name. That's if that's the case, and that's just I mean, as they say, well, the reports that he just didn't get along. Well, Dan Ashworth didn't want him, wanted his guy. So I don't know, just speculate. But oh well, I'm
So
glad he's gone. If
potentially,
he wants to,
potentially
You're
some,
muted.
potentially
You're
some
muted.
friction there then.
yeah,
What?
it's part. It's yeah.
Yeah.
If he is exactly.
Right. Okay. Let's welcome the one and only Mr. Strict Richard, representing UK. Hello, mate. How are you?
You're not bad. How you doing, right?
Oh, yeah, we're good. We're good. Just all waking up and understanding the whole Ashworth sacking. What's your quick take on it? Because we've all gone around on the Ashworth sacking. I mean,
I
were
think,
you surprised? I mean, or
yeah, I'm surprised that he's gone, to be honest, so soon into his tenure. But I'm glad that he's gone. If the rumors are true, the links with Jared Bramthwaite, Potter, and this other guy Southgate. I believe that these stories were true, and it was all driven from Ashworth. And I think the only reason why Ashworth
he's just trying to be patriotic. That's all.
Yeah, but it's patriotic. I mean, if he was a smart guy, he would have known that there's been no English coach that has ever won the Premier League.
That's why he wanted to make it the first one with Southgate.
It was never going to happen. And also, if you look at his background, do you know that Dan Ashworth is really good friends with Sir David Brailsford? So this was just a job for a job for the mates.
Boys.
Yeah. What's that? Yeah,
a job for the boys, just for the boys. Yeah, like you
exactly,
said.
Yeah, job for the boys. Yeah. So if you look at his track record, all right, he done a decent job at Newcastle, at Brighton, but when you actually look at it, when you actually dig deep into it, he's not the best in class. And also at Newcastle, who did this guy appoint? Eddie Howe. And today the story is coming out that he wanted Eddie Howe, Graham Potter, and Southgate. Yeah, he recommended Southgate. So it kind of all makes sense. Barada was the one who was the driving force behind the Amarim appointment. It wasn't Dan Ashworth. So I think that he probably saw,
which he wasn't happy with. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he wasn't
obviously.
Happy. He wanted a different direction for the club. He wanted it to be a
English direction.
Yeah, and look, we can't hide from the fact that Man United's an English club. So let's, respectfully, we are an English club. So in some aspects, I can see why he wanted to keep that identity.
Yes, and he has a right. That was his vision.
Yeah, that's his vision. But at the same time, you only have to look at his history, and that the clubs with the majority English players or clubs that are led by English managers, they never succeed. So would have been the wrong direction if we had gone under his leadership.
Well, he believes English managers are not given the right opportunities for the big clubs and big positions to be successful. That's his vision.
Potter was given the chance at Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
In what? 6 months? Come on, man. 6 months.
So
that's a vision.
No. Yeah, exactly.
How many opportunities has Redknapp's British, right?
Yep, Redknapp. Yep.
Oh,
Redknapp
Harry's
at
what?
Spurs.
Portsmouth and West Ham. They ain't gonna
Spurs,
win no
Spurs.
title.
Big Sam is the relegation specialist.
Yep.
Right,
Big Sam.
Big
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah.
Remember
English,
the good old Dr. Relegation, Glenn Roder, back in the day.
Let's look at it though. Let's look at it though.
English managers are more connected to failure than
Yes.
success.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Brings
you
up
know what?
English managers when it comes
Joe,
to
calm down. Calm
I'm
down.
curious, right?
No, wait. I'm not.
Hang on,
I'm
I'm
not
look at the
just
league
getting
table.
that.
I want to
Like,
look at
I'm
the
not
league
just
table
getting-
right now, right? And I want to see
I'm not just getting that English.
Which clubs have English managers and where they are.
especially in the top 10. In the top 10, like okay, Liverpool, not an English manager. Chelsea,
Yeah.
not an English manager.
Yeah.
Arsenal, not an English manager.
Yeah.
Man City, not English.
Yeah.
Forest, Forest is
Portuguese.
Nuno.
Oh yeah. Nunes, my bad, not English. Aston Villa, not English.
Spanish,
They're
yeah.
6th.
Good evening.
Brighton,
Not English.
Not English.
Not
Nope.
English.
Spurs.
Bournemouth.
Bournemouth, not English. So we're 9th.
Brentford.
Not
Brentford.
English.
Spurs.
Okay. Fulham.
Not English. So that's
Okay.
10.
Okay. Spurs.
Not English.
That's wow.
Then Newcastle.
That's wow.
Newcastle 12.
When you deep it like this,
Top
that's
11.
wow.
That's deep. That's deep.
Yeah.
That's-
The top
yeah.
11 like teams
Club.
don't have an English manager.
You know what I'm wondering as well. What's the highest position that an English manager's ever had in the Premier League?
In
David
the
Moyes,
modern
yeah.
Premier League,
David Moyes, he finished 4th or 5th or something. 4th.
No, he's Brit. No.
No, Moyes is
Oh,
Scottish.
he's Scottish. Yeah,
Yeah, Moyes is Scottish.
So
Yeah.
are you talking about the whole
the
yeah,
former
entire
the former
history?
Leicester
My
manager.
entire history.
The former
or just
Leicester
recently?
manager. What's
We're
his name?
talking about the Premier League.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Premier
the
League,
former
yeah.
Leicester manager. What's his name?
Oh, the Celtic manager now.
Yeah, he's now Celtic manager.
Brendan Rodgers.
Oh,
Brendan Rodgers.
Brendan
Oh,
Rodgers.
he's
Rodgers,
Welsh.
yeah.
He's Welsh.
He's,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. He's not English. Like there's no English. Like English is zero. Like they've not been successful. They've not finished higher than 10th.
What about
On average.
before the Premier League then?
It's Eddie Howe.
I
Eddie
mean,
Howe.
Before the Premier League,
Wait,
you had
like 30 years ago?
you had
Brian
more
Clough.
Scottish. You had Alex Ferguson,
Nah,
George
Ferguson's
Graham.
not English, though. He's Scottish.
What national
Brian
Scottish
Clough.
club? What
No,
national club?
Devin is Eddie Howe because remember Eddie Howe
Fergie is
got
Scottish.
Champions
So
League.
except
What
Eddie
about
Howe-
Brian Clough?
Yeah,
Brian
Oh,
Clough
yeah,
was
Eddie
English.
Howe, yeah.
Brian Clough
Eddie
was
Howe.
English. And
That was
Nottingham
before-
Forest, he gave them two Champions Leagues,
So
one league title back in the day.
That's
But
the
that was
last
before-
successful British manager. Then.
Yeah, but Eddie Howe got Newcastle into the Carabao Cup final, so
Yeah, but he didn't win anything. What did he? No, but
Did
that
he-
doesn't count.
yeah, exactly.
And the funny thing is, they don't even win trophies. The English, the
They don't,
English
they don't.
managers, they don't win nothing. Like let's look at it. Like I mean, obviously the last FA Cup winner was a Dutch manager in Ten Hag. Before
Yeah.
I mean, before that it was Pep, right? I
Mhm.
mean, and before that it was probably Klopp.
It was Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Arsenal,
Yeah,
Arteta has one.
Arteta has one. I mean,
Arteta's Spanish, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
yeah, he's Spanish. Yeah,
Who was? I'm trying to think now.
The last English manager to win an FA Cup was Joe Royal at Everton, I think, 1995.
Jesus
Wow.
Christ.
Yeah, when it was manager, yeah, they beat us 1-0 that final. I remember that.
Almost 30 years, man. Next year that'll be 30 years ago.
Oh,
What about
Wow.
Carabao Cup? Carabao Cup. Let's look that up quick, real quick.
It was Redknapp.
Who was Spurs manager when they won it in 08?
I think it was Redknapp, wasn't it? No, it wasn't.
Oh,
Redknapp won it with Portsmouth, or was it Bournemouth, when they beat.
when I think Kanu scored or something.
Yeah.
Portsmouth.
That was Portsmouth. Yeah, they won that FA Cup. That was the last English manager, I think. Harry.
So,
kinda
so
feel
based on this data, it would have been totally stupid for us to go for an English manager.
Actually,
look,
If
it would have been
Actually, the Leeds manager in '92, what's his name? The guy who
Don
sold us
Revie.
Cantona.
Don
O'Leary, no, David O'Leary.
No,
he was
no.
Irish.
He's Irish.
He's Irish, yeah.
Don Revie, is it?
No. You're going far back.
Oh man,
'92, when we
The
lost
deep-
to Leeds.
y'all just keep making it worse and worse, man.
He was English. I know he
Back
was
to the
English.
dark
Terrible.
ages.
He was English. I know he was English. He won the league
Ooh,
title that
man.
we're
'92.
going back to Prohibition era.
He's so
Howard Wilkinson.
Howard Wilkinson.
Like
He won the league title in '92 when they beat us to the league title. Then the Premier League started in '93.
So basically, in the Premier League era, no British manager has been successful.
No.
Well, British, Ferguson, obviously.
No, English.
No,
English,
not British. Sorry, English.
No,
sorry,
no.
my bad. Yes,
No English.
it's been successful.
Joe, are you happy with those stats now?
Listen, it does not give me pleasure.
You're right. Yeah,
In my
right.
heart.
Anyway, let's move on to.
I think we beat that horse real good already.
I see you and Ben are having a good
Jesus
time.
Christ,
It's all good, bro.
this-
It's all good, mate.
Yo, that stat turned this whole podcast into like a History Channel documentary.
Well, it's part of the fun. It's part of the fun. Right,
Yeah,
let's talk
bro.
about the game yesterday.
Southgate in the summer. I remember when he was debating with Bems, saying that Southgate was better than Ten Hag. I remember.
When was?
Who?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wanted Southgate.
Oh man, yo.
Okay.
K
Listen,
doesn't
Tim,
help himself.
Tim, you need to find that clip. You need to put it in this section right now. For real.
Like
Find that clip.
the same way how
Do
we
we
dub
remember
your
how
angry
long
rant,
ago
we gotta
it
do that
was? How
with
long
K
ago
as
was
well.
Was it K or Ken?
It was K, man. It was K.
It was K.
I think the question was really about if you had to choose.
K must have been drunk that day.
I think the question was if you had to choose one of the two, who would you take?
Right.
I don't think that anyone ultimately wanted Southgate. I remember I was in that show actually.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
K
I'll dig it and I'll put that
K has a
on
good job.
on the WhatsApp chat when I find it.
Overall,
Yeah,
this was a good
K is
day.
very-
This is a good day.
Right.
man.
Man United
Yeah.
2, Nottingham Forest 3. The fortress was broken yet again this week. So we have lost 2 games in a row, heading to Empty-Head next Sunday. Devin, what went wrong yesterday? I mean, after 2 corner kick set pieces, we lost within 2 seconds, 22 minutes.
I mean,
Conceded a corner kick.
it's a lapse in concentration in the back.
So early in the game.
I mean, we could start with, all right, we knew that we were vulnerable with set pieces from the Arsenal match.
Yes.
Nuno did his homework and was like, oh, we get a chance. Let's try it and do it from early on. You know what? You let a guy who's 6'5" jump like that and that close to the keeper, what do you expect is gonna happen? You go for it might have been the second goal. I think it was where Onana should have saved it. I think so.
That was a mess, man.
You go. I've watched that over and
There was
over.
no deflection. There was no deflection.
I cannot understand why Onana would even be anticipating a deflection. No, you go for the shot. The third goal, I still think Martinez should have been able to clear that.
I think he thought he was going to go past the post for some reason. I don't know why he's thinking. Yeah, because you could see
Even so, in that situation, I'd rather you if you're not sure to let it up for a
make
corner.
sure.
Just to make sure, and nobody's really going to fault you for that.
Because at the other, thinking about that, there could have been an opposing player
On the line there, yeah.
on the line, and that would have been an easy tap in.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you have to see it through. It's just lazy defending. It was lazy defending.
Right.
So like I said, I just think it was just lapses in judgment there, and it's just it's frustrating.
So let's look at the underlying issue then. Is he good enough? This is the question I'm asking now.
I mean,
Martinez
after
good
this
enough?
season, he
It's
seems to
good
be
enough.
coming back to
Martinez
form.
to play week in, week out for Manchester United Football Club. Is he good enough?
Yes,
I mean,
I think yes.
I think so.
I think yes.
I think he has his.
I think
he
he-
has his lapses.
I think there was lack of communication between De Ligt and Martinez.
No,
In which
not
Martinez
based on that game.
in which position?
clear-
In which position?
In defence,
De
whether
Ligt-
it's left centre back, since he got injured, since he had that serious injury, he's never been the same. He's been bullied off the
Martinez?
ball. He's been
Well, he's
But look how great
not
he was
been-
in his first season. He was
Yeah,
brilliant.
he's-
that's what I'm saying.
But
After
that's what
Yeah,
comes into
he's-
the injury's not come back the same. Is what
Yeah.
Ken's
He's
But
really not
most
come back the
players
same.
come
though,
back
to
the
be
same
fair.
after injury. Luke Shaw was never the same. Rashford was never the same. I
Wasn't
think most
sure
people
if I could.
suffer after a major injury.
I mean, Van Dijk had a knee injury. He came back the same.
He came back stronger and better.
Apparently he was a bit slower after injury.
Well, I mean,
but then
He has been a bit slow.
yeah, but he's still doing better compared to
And
Martinez
leading
after
them,
his
got a
leading
great,
injury.
them
he's
to
got a
go
great
to
team
win
around
IPL
him.
this season.
He's got a great
Yeah.
team
Let
around
me
him.
bring in
That's true.
Richard here. Richard,
Yeah. I think he's
yesterday,
good.
yesterday, what the F happened there?
It's lapses in concentration, you know.
In
The-
2
the-
minutes, in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Total lapses in
That's our
concentration.
MO.
Completely on the void.
That's
On the
just
void.
embarrassing, mate.
It's like Arsenal. What led to the goals were mistakes. So I think that we need to really cut that out from the team. And Onana, to be honest, I gave him a lot of grief last season, but he's been really good this season.
Exactly. So what happened yesterday?
Again, he looked
The
like
same old Onana came back again.
Yeah. So he was at fault for that, but the guy
He's going the wrong way. Like, bro.
the guy who gave it away was Bruno Fernandes in the stupid position.
Yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Let's not forget about that. But I
Yeah.
just think that was a catalogue of stupid mistakes. Otherwise, I think we would have put them to the sword. But we just had so many errors in us, and that's what cost us at the end of the day.
Yeah, but
Okay.
we're really good at having those errors, though. It's been consistent errors.
Ben, your
Consistent
take.
errors.
Yeah,
Mentality.
yeah. My take is standard procedure, man. It's the standard operating procedure has come back.
No more day at the office, basically.
Yeah, it's no more there at the office. Like the days
We're
when
back.
we like when we win. I mean, we beat Everton 4-0. Those days are the unusual days. Let's be honest. Like the usual United is is that we make stupid mistakes, sloppy passes, standard procedure, bad decision making in the final third. I mean, people like Rashford can't hold the ball. Like they dribble themselves. Rashford dribbles himself.
Oh.
Garnacho is good at dribbling himself too as well. I mean, it's just consistent. When all those things happen, very often you lose possession, and then you give the opportunity to the other team to score. I mean, in my opinion, I thought we've been one of the better defenses in the league this up till now. We just couldn't score in the attack, but now but then against Forest, like
Forest.
it was the defense gave up, and the attack you don't really have the confidence. Oh yeah, we scored a couple goals, but then you don't really have the confidence that we would go back and fight back. If you even look at the intensity of like the intent to want to like steal that game and want to win that game. He made some comments in his press. I listened to that guy's press conferences, man. I
I
like the
love
guy.
this. Yeah,
The guy can speak, man. The guy says if you can't run, if you can't do the basics, if you can't run like mad dogs,
Mhm.
it's impossible to win the
to
league.
win this league. Yeah.
Yes, it's
Wow.
like you need basically you need to run like mad dogs to win. And
We are
whether you have the talents or not, you have to be able to run forward and come back.
And
Standard
that's
procedure.
one of the reasons why I think
Yeah.
Martinez gets in the team a lot as well. If you're gonna go back to Ken's question, because he's one of the people that will do that.
Who, Martinez?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, true. To be
because
fair for the guy,
I can't remember where I heard it that United are the 14th or 13th least fastest team in the whole league, which means we are 13th in terms of how fast we go. We are so far behind regular
so that
teams.
means
Do you mean
that means we're in the
distance or
right
speed?
position.
Do you mean distance ran or speed?
Yeah.
And we're in the right position then. We're rightly supposed to be in 13th then.
The league table never lies.
Yeah.
The league table will never lie. It's exact where you are is justified. People can
Yeah.
go, oh, refs, you know,
So,
it's not. Yeah.
So, Vim, Onana, could he have done any? I mean, how bad was it? I mean, was it just one bad day at the office, or is this? He's been good this season. Wouldn't you agree,
Yes.
Vim? Is he
Yeah,
frozen?
Vim.
Season. So
Vim, you're cutting
they
out.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we
hear
can hear you. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah. Let me know. Can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
So with Onana, he was in prime position to save that. And
Yeah,
the
it was a
mistake he
straight shot,
made is
straight.
that he didn't wait until the shot was made. He treated it almost like I know it happens spur of the moment, you know, it's instant, but he treated it like a penalty, and he went before the ball was struck.
That's true.
What he did, he
Why?
placed all his weight. He placed his weight on his right leg, and as he was doing that, it was too late for him to switch direction and go left. So he'd gone heavy
So
on the right,
he was cheating. He
going
was
in the
cheating
right
and got
direction.
caught up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he realized he'd made a mistake, and he tried to reach his left hand out to make up for his error. So it was just bad keeping, which is disappointing because maybe if he'd saved that, it could have kept us in the game. But there were it was a comedy of errors throughout the whole game. And from what I saw, when you look at that team sheet, you think our defense looks pretty decent. Lonioro, De Ligt, and Martinez. And then you've got Ogate and Kobe Mino in front. You think defensively we should be quite solid, but we just from the start we looked very tired, very lethargic, and almost just not up for the fight. I don't know if this is like having a hangover after Arsenal, but that team, Nottingham Forest, looked much more energetic than us from the first whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Our teams looked slow and lethargic and not really up for it, and it was just disappointing to see. You could sense that this game was not going to go right. But it's a game that we should have buried and we should have got some points from. But really, it was seriously disappointing and poor communication from the defenders, De Ligt and Martinez. As I said, they should have talked to each other about who's going to go and defend that ball. They both waited for each other, so they both left it. And yeah, Rashford was poor as well as always. And I don't think we got the ball enough to Ahmad. Ahmad is our most potent player.
He made that second goal by running down that right flank.
Yeah,
he got the assist.
But he has since Ruben has joined, he's been our most potent player. So really, we need to get the ball to him because this guy can make things happen. He runs at defense and he troubles them and he makes them just disjointed and makes them panic. Garnacho is not doing that anymore. Garnacho's actually become worse since Ruben.
Yeah, and I was about to
He started picking up Rashford.
Garnacho's struggling. Let me go to go on.
No. Go ahead.
Joe, what's happened to Garnacho now? Yesterday he was absolutely upset that they pulled him outside, trying to throw in a fit. I mean, he's always had the start. Now they're taking you off. You're complaining. Get the hell out of there, bro. What is wrong with this guy? At 20, you're throwing a fit, and especially when your form was he was poor yesterday.
The rot is still there, right? There's a mentality issue with this club. This is something that has been allowed to fester for multiple years. There's a entitlement issue that these players have, right? To the idea that a 20-year-old at Manchester United is getting upset after he had played like shit, and then visibly showed that he is upset at the manager at Manchester United Football Club. This is wild. And this is the new boss. This is the new boss. And you're doing that. Listen, there's a discipline issue, man. And I'm telling you, if Ruben looks at what his behavior after he got subbed off and disciplines him, and then it comes out that Garnacho might be having an issue with Ruben, what's going to happen with the fan base then? Are we going to say that
he's too strict?
Ruben is not a good manager?
The whole Eric Ten Hag thing come back.
The modern player, should we allow that to fester? I just want, just real quick, if everybody could just answer this quick question, should Garnacho be spoken to by Ruben?
Yes.
Due to his behavior after being subbed off?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's a real quick answer for this one. It's a real quick answer for this one. Look, we get it. You're passionate. You want to play like this right now. You do something like that again, you're getting fined. Leave it there.
But the funny thing was, he was poor. So when they took you off, I would have felt like, they're doing me a favor.
I get it. So I'm also taking into account the fact that he's young.
Nah, man.
No.
You have to kind of give that.
Yes. I mean, the guy is
immaturity.
If it was somebody who was
way more respectful than that.
That's who's been an established player for multiple seasons. That's one thing. Garnacho is still young. He can't even drink here in the U.S. yet.
Yeah, but he keeps making the same.
But however,
he knows what he's doing.
The issue that I have with Garnacho was, did you all see the alleged likes from his pages about social
Yeah.
media stuff afterwards?
Yeah.
That is the one thing where I believe is going to be the downfall of Garnacho more than anything else. I heard
doing
reports that it wasn't true that or that it was. I don't know, but there's a track record of it before.
Yeah.
That
What's the
I think needs to be the focus of him more than anything else.
For folks that are not up to speed on Ganacho's posts, what did he like? What was the comment that he liked?
So it was basically something about Martinez being beaten again or something like that. And it said the post was like, but the thing is, like, it was.
It's not the first time.
I don't know if it was either during the match or
why would he
right
do that?
after the match that it was like
probably about the third,
instantly
fourth
posted
time he's done
by
this.
Garnacho. So I don't know if it was his team or if it was him or what it was, but it was not good optics.
The thing about it is that it's happened one too many times.
That's what I'm getting at. That's exactly what I'm getting at.
It's a consistent thing. He knows what he's doing. If it's his
Doesn't that? Sorry,
Yeah.
Vince, go on. I'll come off.
Yeah, I'm just saying whatever it is, if it's him or is his PR that's doing it, it doesn't reflect good on him. Because however which way you look at it, he knows that this is happening because you can't. I mean, these young players, they're all on social media. They know what what goes on. So yes, this has to be dealt with somehow.
Internally or externally.
Internally, it has to be
No, it
dealt
makes
with
sense.
internally.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So now that United have lost at Arsenal, lost at home to Forest, that 6 points dropped, we head to the empty hat next Sunday. Richard, all right, let me go to Ken. Ken, what are the chances we're going to get a result or even get a point? City are not, bear in mind, City are not on form. Might that be the game to kickstart them, or we will get something at the empty hat next Sunday?
Yeah, before I go into the City game, I just wanted to mention something in the Nottingham Forest game that we haven't mentioned. If you look at tactically what happened in that game, what Nunez did, very clever. He went man for man. How many times? I don't know if you guys noticed when De Ligt had the ball, he didn't have a clue. Like Ugarte was trying to look for spaces, but there was someone following Ugarte. The only time we scored was when Bruno came forward.
Yeah.
And then the ball came and he passed it first time. That dismantled. That's the issue with man-to-man marking, because once you have a skill and you can beat a man, then everything just falls down like a pack of cards.
Yeah.
What we should have, what Bruno did, we should have been doing that a lot more often. But what we were doing is De Ligt had the ball, and De Ligt's not a defender that can thread through balls through the center of midfield. It was always side to side. And that killed us. So that's something that Amorim needs to fix ASAP. Yeah. When the defender gets the ball, someone needs to come and get it. But you to be aware, but maybe we don't have the right players. And this is what Bems and Joe have always mentioned, during the Ten Hag era. And this is what I wanted, a manager that can come in and prove that we don't have the right players. Because in that situation, you just need to come, get the ball, drop a shoulder, and then turn. Once you get the ball and turn, you open everything, like we saw with the first goal. So that's what Q does there. But anyway, going into the City game, what can we expect with this United team? I mean, the one thing you that's almost guaranteed is that it won't be we won't get ambushed. I can't see us conceding or losing by 3, 4, 5 goals, because you can see we've got structure.
I don't know, man.
No.
That game yesterday started giving me nightmares.
City are going to unleash.
Listen.
No. I think we'll be very fortunate. I didn't get a chance to draw.
I didn't get a chance to speak on Onana real quick, but the team failed Onana yesterday. Onana was the reason why we conceded that particular goal. But Onana is not the reason why we lost this game.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah,
okay, I agree. I see your point.
And has bailed us out multiple times this season.
Yes.
Right. And it's up to some of these our forward players, right? It's just like in the NFL, right? In American football, defenses keep you in games.
Offenses win you games.
Offense win you games.
Defense win championships.
You still need to get in the touchdown. So we still need to put the ball in the back of the net at the end.
You guys are also leaving out one thing ahead of City. We still have to travel to Czech Republic and play a must-win match as well too.
Yeah, the Europa game, the Victoria something we got on Thursday. I remember that game, but it's the Premier League now. I'm trying to avoid and not think of losing 3 Premier League games in a row.
But so you have to also the thing right now,
We will.
and it's you have to, and I can't believe I'm at this point in the season. I think our best shot into the Champions League is winning Europa League.
Right.
Yes.
But it doesn't mean we should lose every single Premier League game every week, home and away.
It doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that either. But when you have back-to-back weeks like this, what are you going to prioritize?
Yeah.
Back-to-back
Prioritize Europa League. Yeah, Europa League is the best chance. I don't even have the confidence we will win that anyways. But
Yeah, absolutely not. Yeah, I don't think we'll.
So do we switch back to Carabao?
So we play Thursday, then we play Sunday. The only good part about this is that we played on a Saturday this week, so we have a little extra rest going into this match.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is working in our favor as well. But I'm sitting here because I also noticed that without Mazraoui especially playing in our back, we don't look that good as well.
True.
True. Can he handle?
Absolutely, that's a good point. Yeah.
Can he handle playing both Thursday and Sunday for this one?
I think he can though, but he just won't be able to play.
Because we also have to figure and this is why I was so upset about the early Europa matches where we could have won those, because we could have rested players this week because we have to make sure that we finish in those top 8 spots in Europa League, so we don't play that extra playoff round.
So who's confident we could get something at Man City on Sunday? Who's confident? Richard, the floor is yours.
It depends. Sorry.
No, go on, Devin.
I say it depends what lineup we put out Thursday for me.
So what would be the best lineup? The team that played Arsenal? The team that played Forest?
I don't even know the best lineup right now. I don't even know United's best lineup. Man.
Mate, I don't even know anymore. I mean, I know I wouldn't play Casemiro.
Oh yeah, that's not even.
That's a disaster. So do you start Rashford?
No, come on, man. Rashford should not even. Rashford should not be in the team news every week.
I think you start Rashford on Thursday. I think you start him on Thursday.
You start Rashford on Thursday. Yeah. Man City is my biggest fear. I don't want to humiliate.
The best combination we've had in midfield is Casemiro and Ugarte.
Thank you.
That's the best combo we've had.
The next question that you have to ask is, okay, do you trust Kobe to play in a match like that yet? I don't trust Eriksen there.
Kobe was lost on Saturday.
So you have to. So what
remember,
Kobe? I agree.
Kobe just came back from injury, though.
If you look at our best combinations, I agree wholeheartedly with Ken. You have to do it.
Yeah, Kobe doesn't have the athleticism at this moment to handle it.
He has had a long break, hasn't he?
But the next
he hasn't played for a while.
Yeah,
you have to figure when it comes to City, you need to cut off their service to Holland.
Yes, who can do that job? Who could do that job?
So basically, you're gonna need probably Ugarte man marking De Bruyne. The next thing is we all know Bernardo Silva is going to try to get somebody booked. He's going to try and be all these little nearly tackles. Everything is what he likes to do. So you have to make sure that these players can keep their heads.
Yep.
Yeah, they have to know what's coming.
I would even put I wouldn't put Martinez on. Put Martinez on Haaland. He always does a good job.
Are you serious?
He does a good job on Haaland most times. He does. He's done good jobs on Haaland. He's made Haaland miserable. Go watch the games against when.
I think he did a good job on him in the FA Cup final.
He did a really good job on it, man.
So Richard, take us through the plan to execute a win against Man City on Sunday. If there is a plan.
Controversial or a bit optimistic, but I think we're going to put at least 3 goals past City.
Come again?
Yeah.
No, I didn't quite catch it. What you say?
3 goals past Man City. Man City, for me, they don't look scary anymore.
I can see that, yeah. But are we mentally bold enough to make that move? We are still very fragile.
We are not.
Yeah, we're not mentally ready to be consistent, but I think that we'll surprise Man City. Well,
man,
that'd be great.
Richard, man,
who else is in support of that? Who wants to go?
I like your confidence, man. I like your belief. I wish I had that.
We're more likely to get a bad result in midweek in Europa League. I don't fear City. I don't fear I've been watching them play recently. Even
they have been poor. They have been poor.
Man. When they play United,
this is the problem.
Richard, what you got to realize is we will turn it up. We are ridden with mistakes.
Yeah.
What you're saying is, if we don't make any mistakes, we have a chance. but it's just mistakes upon giving away the ball in midfield. We'll literally hand the game over to City if we make those mistakes.
Fear,
I
do you know what my biggest fear is? My biggest fear
when
going to City right now. It's going to be a set piece set up for Holland for a header because we can't defend them.
That is my fear.
I bet you, right?
That's
City,
my fear.
When they play, when that next week comes, it'll be a whole different City that you'll be like, wow, where these
have
guys
they
been?
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
I'm scared too.
They don't play when they when they play us.
I actually agree. I agree with Richard where like if we can play well, we can go to them toe to toe. But it's just conceding the set pieces is going to be our downfall.
If we concede first, and say a set piece, I concede that
we
the
will.
heads
We
drop.
will concede first. We will.
I
if we concede first, it's
heads
game
drop.
over.
Heads drop.
It's a wrap.
I think we'll shock them next week because City.
Okay. I'll keep that aside. Let me bring in.
See, I will.
Benz, you don't think that you don't see anything there.
I don't think we will beat any top team this season.
Wow.
Okay, yours is another whole discussion.
Yeah.
Who started? Who left from our squad that started when we beat them in the FA Cup final? I don't think
nobody
started.
Nobody expected us to beat them. City.
No, I'm saying who left from our squad that started in that FA Cup final.
Amrabat.
Like who's left the club?
Who's left the club that started the final?
Amrabat.
That is better than Amrabat.
And Wan-Bissaka.
Wan-Bissaka, yeah.
Yeah, and Wan-Bissaka, yeah. Wambi. But
so I mean, so you could replace them.
Mazraoui is
Mazraoui and
replaced.
Ugarte.
Yes.
And you could probably but the next thing now would be would Amram change up his formation to do something similar to that?
No chance, man.
If we play like we went to Arsenal, we will get
that
beat.
guy. He's proven that he will stick with that formation, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like the fact he's sticking with what he knows, with what he does, and be consistent with it. It'll more than likely be a back five. But yeah, it's gonna
be a back
five. When I mean a back five, it's gonna end up being more defensive because.
So do you mean two wing backs?
Two wing backs. So when you have Euro at right centre back and Mazraoui.
Oh yeah, that reminds me about something.
That would work.
Vim, let me get Vim in here. Vim,
yeah.
Are you in support of Richard's positivity that we could get result at City?
Yeah,
even though City are off form. I mean, not off form, but you know what I mean.
They're out of form, but what I am sure about is that Man United, in its current form, is good at bringing teams back into form. So, you know what I mean by that, right? So we're going to play Man City back into form, and they're going to go and win.
That was funny.
They're off form, but we'll bring them back.
We'll make them into a good team again. I think, yeah, we've seen it time and time again, right, over the seasons.
Standard procedure.
We play teams that are suffering, and sadly, when they play us, they get a spring in their step and they score goals, and then the confidence rolls, and then they go and do well. I think we're going to play City back into form.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I got one thing though. Ken, was I right about Euro? Him not starting?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah.
I'm just messing with you, Ken. But he ended up still playing though.
It made sense for him to start on the bench, but I just thought he was gonna just throw a surprise.
Yeah. So let's. I am curious now. What should our back lines be for Thursday and then for Sunday? Then what do you think?
What defense?
Our back line. What should it be for Thursday and then for Sunday?
Oh man, that's a good question.
I'll say for Thursday you could play. Maguire's not bad as that middle centre back. He's all right with the ball, because you three at the back. Maguire's not too bad at playing three at the back. Who else is there?
Who you play on the left side?
That's the issue.
Man, we miss Shaw, man. I'm not gonna lie. We miss that Shaw.
Are you playing Martinez or Mazraoui?
So if let's look at the City game. For the City game, I will play Euro, De Ligt, and Martinez, and I'll play Mazraoui at right centre back, and I'll actually play Ahmad on the left. I'm benching Dalot. That Dalot guy
Oh yeah,
Hey,
He's
guy
struggling
is
with
my
form.
head in.
He's struggling a bit.
He's been.
that
I will play
guy's
Ahmad
annoying.
there. Play Ahmad
That
there.
guy's
Play
annoying.
Mascherano, right? I'll play Casemiro and Ugarte midfield.
Against
Bruno as a
City.
10. Yeah. Trust me. You need
Yes.
Casemiro and Ugarte. Did you see what Casemiro and Ugarte? I know it's Leicester, but they were clamping
Yeah.
players in midfield.
They
That's what
play
you
well
need.
together though. To be fair, yeah, in the
They
midfield
do.
they do
South
play well together.
Americans, you know.
They do play well together. He might start Casemiro with Ugarte in against City. He might do that.
If we still had Ruud van Nistelrooy, that would be
Of
that's what
course.
Ruud would have been doing.
Oh yeah,
Casemiro and Ugarte all
Ruud
day
loves
long.
Casemiro, man. He loves Casa.
So do we
Why
start
hasn't
Garnacho?
Casemiro been
against
starting
City?
every game?
That's
I thought
He
he
Yeah.
was
was
to rest his legs.
Yeah.
just resting. Okay.
Because you remember Ruben
Rotation.
said that he has to in addition to seeing the squad, he needs to rotate with the way that they play.
Yeah.
Yeah, because games like City, you need experienced players
I
that
agree.
want
I
things
agree.
in that
I
midfield.
agree. I'm just answering Vince's question. That's all it
But did
is.
Casemiro play against Arsenal?
Casemiro, though.
No, he didn't.
Amorim does-
If we need experience, then why is he not playing in those games as well?
Because he's
That's the
probably
key.
already thinking like, all right, still trying to see the process of who we're going to play from there, and prioritizing other matches over other ones.
And he always said based on training like how they train too as well. So,
Yeah, but I don't think Amorim rates Casemiro. A few years ago when he was getting his
Yeah.
coaching
I think so too. I think so.
I think so too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because when he was getting his coaching badges a few years ago, he was having a debate with one of the other coaches, and he said he prefers players like Busquets over players like Casemiro.
Wow.
He prefers that type of profile. He mentioned Casemiro by name, so I don't know if
Wow.
he rates him like that.
Wow.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
you
yeah.
manage him.
That tells you
Ooh,
he prefers players that are like that can keep the ball. Basically, that's what he's saying. Casemiro doesn't. He doesn't really keep the ball really.
So why does he play? Why did he play Bruno then against Arsenal in that position? The worst person to play that position.
Bruno.
Is
The thing
Very
about
bad.
is that the thing about Bruno is the one player that he's very reliable. He doesn't need a lot of rest for the next game, even though in my opinion I think Bruno should be moved on. But I mean, technically the guy when he doesn't play on average, we don't look that good when he doesn't.
Yeah,
play.
when we're with him, we're okay. When we're without him, we're
we're
better.
terrible.
Basically, we're worse without him. Did you? As soon as he came up against Nottingham Forest, the game was gone. He was dead.
Yeah,
it was dead.
So exactly, it's like. Woof.
But the thing is, when he plays, he's like. When he play, he's annoying because he does hurt us when we play, but without him, we're just useless. So you have no choice but to keep playing. I can see why managers just keep playing the guy, man. But ideally, you need to move that guy on and replace him with someone else, man. That's my.
We just signed the 3-year contract, so.
Oh yeah. He ain't going nowhere for the next 3 years.
Does Garnacho start against City?
No, man.
Dang.
No,
definitely be on the bench.
Rashford?
Garnacho.
No.
Rashford should not even be in the squad.
No.
Should not be in the match day squad.
Okay.
Wait.
So who's the front three? Who will be up front? Let me start
with
with Vim. Who the front three against City?
Front three
against City?
Yeah.
I mean,
I think. So who? Me or Bims?
Vim.
Vim, go ahead.
I think it's our forward line that is really the weakest in this team. But I would probably start. God, I don't even want to pick Xerxes, but I don't think we have any other options. I think Rasmus was absolutely awful in the last game, and his touch is absolutely atrocious, but he's strong. So maybe we have to have Xerxes, Rasmus, and one other. What options do we have to play up front? Who else do we have? What options are there?
Garnacho.
I would say
Bruno's a false nine, and then maybe tucks in behind Rasmus and Xerxes. I don't know. It's not a great combination, is it?
I'd put Xerxes and Bruno behind
Rasmus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why I wouldn't start Garnacho, let me read out a stat. Alejandro Garnacho has started 10 Premier League games this season.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
And we've only won once compared to the 4 wins out of the 5 games when he's been benched.
Ooh, that's bad.
And you guys don't fact check this. He can't play on Saturday.
Why
Well-
do you think he's declined under Ruben's system? It's really
I don't
strange.
think it's Ruben. He's been playing bad all season.
Yeah.
One thing about
Yeah,
Nacho
but he
is
was.
being in.
Ganacho's good at losing the ball, man. In Amarim's system, right? You
Vim
can't
just
afford
answered.
to.
Oh, hold on,
I
Ben.
do have a
Let
theory.
Richard finish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go on.
Yeah, Richard, go ahead.
That's one thing I like about the kid. He's good at getting into good positions, but
Right.
I think that for now he just needs to be an impact sub because he's giving away the ball way too much. His decision making is questionable. He doesn't know when to give the right pass, and I just think that for his profile, he shouldn't be starting every game. We're putting a lot of pressure on him. I think he's got a good ceiling, but for now he's not nowhere near ready to be playing regularly week in week out for us.
But you know what's good? Yeah, go on.
The stat is damning. 1 win in 10 starts with him playing. That's terrible. So we shouldn't play him. We shouldn't play.
So
him.
when we do win games and he's not playing, who is the starter on that side?
Ahmad.
It would have
On
to be
the left?
It's
No.
probably
I'm
on the left.
It's probably
on the left.
Rashford and Ahmad are our wingers then.
What he normally does is that he plays. I think the games we won, I think Bruno was starting on the left, and I think Rashford is starting on the right. I think.
Yeah.
I think,
Okay.
yeah.
So
But Bruno's played in
So
all of
we've
them.
all agreed Garnacho is not starting against Man City. No.
Yeah, that guy shouldn't start.
Wow.
No.
No,
Is Rashford starting?
he's
No,
going to
yes?
be on the side with Kyle Walker. And
He would have
he's
to.
not doing
Please.
anything against Kyle Walker.
Rashford is dead. Like the guy offers nothing to this team, man.
So
I don't see what he offers.
So who will be our wingers then?
That's my point. Good question.
Well,
So, on the wing, yeah.
David.
Go on, Bibbs.
I mean, you have no choice, man. Xerxes has to play. I mean, the wingers. Boy, he's not a winger.
Xerxes
We
not
know
fast
that.
enough to be a winger.
Yeah, I know. But the thing is, I mean, I would play Ahmad. I would like to see Ahmad in one
Ahmad
of those
is on
10
the right.
rows.
We know that's solid.
Yeah, I know.
Left.
I know. I would like to see him in one of those 10 rows, but because he's been playing so well at that right wing back position, you can't take him away. You got to leave him. You just got to keep playing him there. So I mean, Rasmus obviously starts at 9. Bruno takes one of the 10 positions, and then the other 10 position is up for debate. You can say Xerxes. You can say, you can say Mount taking the other 10 position. You can say, I mean, I don't really see that many options, to be honest with you. Definitely not Anthony. Definitely not Anthony. Rashford, I won't put in the match day squad. On Garnacho, I wouldn't start. I'll put him on the bench. I mean, in my opinion, I would say
Mason Mount.
Mason Mount, Bruno, and but the thing is,
I think Mount plays on Thursday and Rashford comes in for the last couple of minutes just to get this confidence for Sunday.
Oh, so that's Sunday. I have a feeling Rashford will start on
guy.
Sunday. I think
There's
Rashford
no
will start on
confidence.
Sunday.
That guy has no confidence. He's rubbish, man.
He will start. I guarantee Rashford will start on Sunday because of probably the experience, the big match experience. I don't know. I have a feeling
we'll lose. That guy's useless.
It's a bit harsh, isn't it? Bloody hell.
No, it really is. He's offered nothing to this team for how many months? He's offered completely nothing. I'm telling you, if Rashford had not played for months till this time, we wouldn't miss him. We wouldn't miss that guy. Yeah. Let's be honest.
Okay. Right. We are now in question time. Anyone got questions? Questions.
What was I about to say? Oh.
I got one right now.
Go on.
In light of the news with Dan Ashworth, do you think, or how many positions do you think Amram is back with in January transfer window?
Oh man. Ooh. That's a good question, man.
Because I think maybe one or two. Maybe.
In terms of signings, right?
Yeah.
So let me look at it.
Let
me look at it real quick. We spent how much to sack Ten Hag? About 15 mil.
Yeah,
right.
We spent
about 20 mil with his staff.
With his staff, okay, 20 mil with his staff.
Plus
so
200 million spent on his players for the summer.
Exactly. Then we spent how much on Amarim? We paid about 10, 11 mil just to get him out.
8 to compensate
8 million.
Yeah, and then
Sporting.
So and then we just spent another 3 mil to let go of Dan Ashwood. Dude, I mean, where's the money coming from?
That's why they're increasing the ticket sales, ticket prices, ticket prices.
Where's the money
That's
coming
it.
from?
So I don't think we're gonna make any signings in January. Only if we
We need a
sell.
left back. We need a left or a left centre back at least.
Yeah,
don't we?
left back, even on loan, if we can get a
Or
left
left
back on
wing
loan.
back.
Listen,
A left
I
wing
would
back.
say this: we need to.
If this
We
team
need
is ambitious
I
in
left
any way,
back,
shape,
and we
I
need
or
a
think it's a
form,
striker.
left back. I think it's a left back in January and a striker in the summer. Is what
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
Left back in January. So
Do you know?
what
Do you
of
know who?
Malacia?
I think if
Do you
we
know
can
who
get
would
them
be
two
really good
positions
for
in
us?
Jan.
Anthony
Do you know who would
Robinson.
be really good for us? No, Kukurea at Chelsea. I don't know why ETH went for the
No,
Spurs guy.
no. Kukurea.
Kukurea.
We wanted Kukurea, but we couldn't get him because we wanted an option to be able to let him go back to Chelsea in
Yeah,
January.
Chelsea
But
wanted
Chelsea
a
wanted
full sell.
they wanted no
But
they didn't want a full
he's
sale. No. They wanted a full season loan. But United didn't want to go for a full season loan. They
They
wanted
wanted a half season.
and they wanted an option to send
That's
him
why they
back in
went for
January.
Reguilon.
That's why they went for
Right.
but
Reguilon.
he's
Yeah.
doing well.
He's
Cucurella's doing well.
he's the perfect, fullback in that position. Technically bums up and down. He's
Tireless,
working
he's
his
strong,
defense.
he's fast,
Yeah,
he's quick.
Move on.
his defensive
Yeah.
side is worked on now. And final third, my goodness, he's really good. First
So
hand
have we given
crosses,
up on
low cross.
Malacia? Have we given up on Malacia?
Yeah.
He's
I
not,
mean,
he's
Malasa just came back from
alright,
injury.
he's alright.
I
Just
think
came back
he's
from
right.
injury.
joints gave up on
The
him.
other,
What are you
the other.
talking
I
about?
mean, we've also heard about this one youngster, Harry Amos, and I don't know. I've heard nothing but good things about him.
Since the
but he's not
preseason, I
broken
didn't hear
into-
anything again.
Yeah.
But he still has not broken into a team, which is kind of surprising to me. But I think left back is got to be priority right now.
Left back and striker. Them
Well,
two positions.
I think we only get one in the January window if we get
Yeah,
any.
probably.
I think left back is going to be the word we're getting in January. I don't see striker in January because we have people who could. We have Xerxes, we have Hoyland.
I think they go all out for Gyökeres in the summer window. But we have to be in Champions League, I think.
And we won't get
the
Champions
Europa
League.
League. But you win the Europa
We're not.
Cup, right?
You guys know we're not going to be in Champions League next season, right? You know that, right?
No, I don't know that.
I'm telling you now, we're not.
We won't. There's no
We
point.
won't win Europa League. I can guarantee you that now. We won't win. We won't make
No
top
chance.
four. We probably may come close, but we won't win that Europa League. We won't. I mean,
And
Amorim
we've lost
would have
the
won
FA
it by
Cup as
himself,
well.
but
Arsenal
not
are
with these
going to
players.
whoop us. Arsenal are going to whoop us in January. That's for sure.
I'll say this.
I say we beat
I'll say
Arsenal,
this.
but we still don't win the FA Cup.
I'll say this. We play Arsenal 3 times this season. We played them once. We got an FA Cup, and then we got the return game at Old Trafford. I say this. I will say this. United will win at least one of those games against Arsenal. I don't know which one it's going to be, but I will say United will not lose all 3 of them games on the Amorim.
No, I don't see that. Yeah, they'll probably
I
draw-
don't think
they'll
we're
draw
going to
one.
lose the game in the FA Cup in January. I don't think we'll. I mean,
Yeah.
as the holders, are we just going to go out in the third round? That's just like that.
It's
When
how-
I don't
Wait a
know.
minute,
But
wait. See,
there's no way we play them
Tim,
3
you're
times
talk-
and lose
you're-
3 times.
Go on, Joe.
Tim, you're talking as if like we are discussing a team that has a strong mentality. No,
Thank
this
you.
team
Thank you.
will sell you the. No, we'll win the trophy.
Onana will just die
And
for the ball.
Onana just having the ball. No, listen. This team, right, is in a constant state of just like variables. There is nothing that happens 1 minute that affects the other minute. It is complete chaos. We can beat City next week and then lose to fucking Southampton 4-0 the next week. Like, and this has been us for years.
It has been proven.
Yeah. No, it's been going on for at least a
Jesus Christ,
decade, though.
man.
Since Fergie left, we've been that way.
You know?
Yeah.
And the thing is with us, another thing that's been going on for a decade, always notice whenever it seems like expectations start going up.
Yes.
And
Yeah,
this
we crumble.
team, whenever we have an opportunity to make that next step,
By beating Forest yesterday would have been at least
Look,
moved us to what?
We could have gone
11th?
eighth.
We stopped
Eighth.
City.
We could have gone
from
eighth
winning.
last night.
Damn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's
We stopped City from winning the league, right? You know that game we went on, we beat them 3-2.
Yeah.
We were losing 2-0 by halftime. Pogba scored, and then who else scored? Smalling. And then the next week we went and lost to, was it West Brom?
West Brom.
Yeah.
1-0.
I mean, stand up. It's been happening, man.
So, Vim, result to Old Trafford. No result. I mean, Etihad. No result. No points. 0, 1 or 3.
Etihad.
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
we'll
we're
make
going to
that.
lose it. I think we're
Zero.
going to lose.
So that's 0 points, right?
I think we'll make that
0 points.
Okay, Joe.
I think we'll
Etihad.
make it full had.
I'm gonna try to be optimistic.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a 2-2 draw.
So 1 point. Okay, Richard. Etihad. You've already said Joe.
I think it'll be 3-1.
3-1 United.
Yeah.
So that's 3 points.
Wow.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That would be beautiful, but I just can't.
3-1 United.
When I see Onana, I can't see it. But Ken, how many points
Nana's
did
not gonna
Empty
be
had?
as bad as that guy.
I'll go for a draw.
So 1 point.
Yeah, 1 point.
Devin,
Interesting.
I think we go to the council house and draw.
1. Okay. Okay, everyone's a bit optimistic. Benz,
Did you say Council House, David?
Yep.
Have you left Manchester now?
Well,
Just to be sure. Just to be
Well.
safe.
and the empty head.
Yeah.
No.
Empty head,
So, anybody know
we
why
will get
council
pumped.
house? Anybody know why it's called the council house?
The council house.
Do you know
Why
why?
is that?
Oh yeah.
It used to
All
be
right,
main.
Because of the 115 charges or whatever.
No, because who actually owns the stadium?
Oh,
The council.
Yeah, you're
The
right.
council. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
the council house.
So
Oh,
Ben,
man,
how many points did you say?
Oh man, 3-0, man. 3-0, 3-0 empty head, man.
No,
So 3-0 to Man United.
No way.
No, 3-0.
No.
3-0. City gonna win. 3-0. They're gonna pump us.
No, they
We
won't
are
pump
going
us.
to
It'll
get
be-
pumped.
it-
No,
it won't be
3-0,
more
you
than
know.
2
God
goals.
tell you,
dang.
we are
no
due.
chance.
We are due for a pumping very soon. We're
Bro,
due for it very soon. It's
Bro,
gonna
stop.
happen.
Not under this manager. No, not under this
Liverpool
manager.
gave us 3-0.
No, man,
So-
I'm
Not under
telling
this
you.
manager.
See, it won't be because of Amarim. These players will always lose at least more than 3 goals. I mean, it's gonna happen every season. You're guaranteed to lose at least more than 3 goals more
Yeah,
than
but I know
once.
you've got to remember the way we're set up now. Our shape.
Man,
It's-
Ken,
it's
I'm telling
always-
you, we will still see
Okay,
what
we'll
is
see.
okay. We lost 2-0 to Arsenal, right?
2 corner
We
kicks.
lost two. Yeah. So I'm telling you, if we play that game for another 30 more minutes for what? Maybe 2 hours, we probably lose the game 3-0. No chance we
Yeah,
were scoring,
that's
right?
true.
So
True.
just put it. So if City on the game against us, and they let's say they step it up, okay, yeah. I tell you by halftime we're 2-0 down, and then second half they just cruise, make it 3-0, and just relax.
It's like he's already played the game out.
I simulated in my head already, man.
I see 0-0 at half time. I see 0-0 at half time, and then second half maybe City gets a goal, and then we score first, and then City will come back and.
City's defense at the moment, City's defense is really all over the place.
Do you know what I worry about, probably more so than Holland in this match?
Mm.
We're gonna put so much focus on him that Vardiol's gonna come up and score. Vardiol.
Yeah, there you go.
Hmm.
These days, where defenders are scoring against us at ease, so
Yeah, I won't be surprised. But as it is, I mean, are City under more pressure as the home team, or are we under more pressure to get a result there? Who's under more pressure in that game? Currently, in the way the things are state of play.
man,
City.
we need the points badly.
No,
But City,
it's gonna be City because everything going on with them. They're at home. They have the charges going against them. So their fans gonna be thinking, this is our time to get back in form. We have to get a result, and to stay in the title race, they have to get a result.
I think the title race is done, though, in my opinion.
What little chance they have left? Of
Oh
winning.
no, not even.
Yeah.
I don't think
the
it's
title race is
over
done.
yet.
No, it's done. It's
It's
done.
not
It's
over
done.
But I mean,
It's done. They ain't winning it.
They could. I mean, they could turn around come January because I mean,
They've done it before.
If we remember this correctly, Fergie's teams used to start slow, but come January they would.
January, we do the 16
But
in a row.
no, but not with this type of form, though. They lost too many games, bro. Let's be honest. When City have had bad seasons before and won and still won it, they would lose maybe two or 3 games max, and it wasn't back to back. They will probably lose, maybe draw, win, then probably have a little. But I mean, they lost 5 straight, or was it 6 games straight? and then they turned around and won, and then they win again.
I just think though that going back to the original question, that they're under more pressure to win this match.
I think they are. Vim, do you think City under more pressure to win the game, or we are under pressure to deliver?
Yeah,
no, definitely. Because if they don't win, then there's going to be more self-harm for Pep. So he needs to win. That was a joke, by the way. Scratches and all that stuff.
Oh,
can you hear me?
Yeah, okay. Joe, Man City, more pressure or United pressure to get a result?
Definitely Manchester City. They still need to have Liverpool within arm's reach, and
Arsenal,
Chelsea.
At
some point, we just expect City to get into their mode, and
they ain't coming.
Dropping points next week is probably, it only makes things harder for them. So when they do, they're gonna need to.
Who have they got in Champions League this week?
So
that's a good question.
City?
Let me check. Yeah, let me see. Let's see. City.
Right. While they're checking that, Mr. Strick, do you think City under more pressure?
It is away.
Ooh.
Okay, I don't know. I think it's a tough question because I think they've realised that they can't win the league. But United, we've also realised that we can't win the league, but we also need to get closer to the European spots, and we need to start picking up points quickly. So in terms of who's under more pressure, because of what's at stake, I think that we're slightly under more pressure than City, but City are under a lot of pressure. But I think they've given up. I don't think they're going to win. They feel that they come.
You think City have given up, really? If they lose on Sunday, I think they're probably...
I think psychologically, I think that Pep knows that he can't win the league now.
How many points are they behind Liverpool? What, 9?
Man, they're not winning the league, bro. They're at
how many games?
They're at 27. They're at 27. Liverpool at 35 with one game in hand.
That's only 8 points.
Yeah, I know.
If they win their game in hand, it's 11.
No.
Still, guys.
If they win a game in hand, it's
the one team
11.
you cannot write off is City. I'm telling you, they can go on a run. Liverpool would drop points, and Arsenal are gone. Let's forget Arsenal.
Arsenal ain't doing shit.
No,
Arsenal ain't doing shit.
I want Chelsea to win the league.
Yeah,
no way. No,
I would like Chelsea to win.
No way.
I would like to celebrate with them.
I actually don't want Chelsea to win for one reason.
I understand. I understand.
I don't want Chelsea to win for one reason.
Because if Arsenal wins, we will not hear. He won't hear the end of it. Especially being in London, you won't hear the end of it.
Chelsea are in London as well.
I don't want Chelsea to win for one reason.
Chelsea are glory hunters, though.
I don't want Chelsea to win for one reason, though.
Why?
Who can take that guess? Thank you.
Sancho.
Yeah, because of Sancho. Because if Chelsea win, oh man, we're not gonna. I'm not gonna rest, man. Because
I can't.
They're gonna come. Oh,
Chelsea.
Sancho.
Never
will. And people like
that.
People like
I don't mind Sancho winning it. I'll be happy for Sancho.
Oh hell no.
No, I don't want that
mate.
Because he's just gonna. That's just gonna make it look like, well, I guess.
So you want him dangling a medal in front of us? No way, mate.
No way, no chance.
Out of London for too long.
Right. One last football question, not United related. Has Mbappe been a mistake for Real Madrid?
Oh man, why are we talking?
Now we go. Let me start with Richard, because it seems they say he's isolated. He's upset the whole chemistry of the team. Is it Mbappe's fault?
It's not his fault, but they didn't need him, did they?
Correct.
Yeah, they didn't need him. Yeah, they just messed it up by putting him in the team.
So is it Mbappe's fault?
And he's not a 9 as well. So
it's Real Madrid's fault. Yeah, it's not a 9. Yeah, because he can't play on the left and he can't play on the right. Those two positions are secure.
Yeah.
So,
but you've got what's that guy there? Vinicius.
Yeah,
Vinicius is the best in the world in that position. He's the best wing for me. He's the best wing in the world right now.
Yeah.
When he's on fire, on form.
Yeah.
No, Not even
Isn't it about
Mbappe.
adjusting your game? Isn't it?
So-
It does.
The big issue that Real Madrid are running into is, you remember when they did the Galacticos 1.0?
Mm-hmm.
What was the issue with that team?
The balance of the team wasn't
Balance.
right.
And what's
Yeah.
happening
no
right
balance.
now?
There's
They're
no-
repeating
same thing.
they're repeating history.
Same thing. No, just there's no
And
balance.
you go out, you spend all this money, you buy Jude Bellingham, who's regressing as well. You buy Endrick.
Yeah,
you
what's happened to
sign
him?
Mbappe.
Yeah.
So, and it's just
But
like you have all
Bellingham's
these
coming
people,
back, though.
and then you got
He's
to
British.
try to squeeze in with Vinicius
He's
as
British.
well.
That's what's happening to him.
Ben, don't even go there.
Oh,
No, it's the truth.
Don't
He's
even
English.
start. No,
He's English. That's what. That's
no.
he's English. What you expected
Richard, I
Jude
can't hear you.
Bellingham to be
What do you
a
say?
I
Ballon
know
d'Or
Joe
winner?
must have sent you a quick
Come
text to
on,
bring
man.
up Bellingham.
No, I'm just saying.
Hey.
Like, did you expect Bellingham to be consistently good for like and win the Ballon, be the best player in the world
Well,
for that long?
the
I
issue
never
came
said
in when
that.
you tried
Come on,
when
I never
all of
said
it
that.
stemmed from when they tried to
No
squeeze
chance.
Mbappe into that team. It threw up Bellingham's game because he's
Right.
putting
Yes.
his now where he's not
Yes.
scoring his goals like he used to be and set up a guy like he was before. So again, it goes back to what I was saying. This is what happens when you try to create Galacticos 2.0, and they're probably going to lose the league to Barcelona now because of it.
plain. They ain't winning that league this season.
Go on, Joe.
I still feel like Real Madrid does still have the X factor. The X factor is none of those players. The X factor is Ancelotti, and I think Ancelotti's gonna figure it out.
He'll figure it out. I think he'll figure it out.
I
Vim,
think he's gonna figure it out.
Mbappe a mistake for Real Madrid?
It's looking that way, but I think, with their policy of buying Galacticos, and they did want him before he went to PSG. I think
Exactly.
they've gone out and got him. I think he will adapt, or they will find a place for him in the team where he is going to play well.
Yeah.
So I think Vinicius, being as talented as he is going to probably shift into a different position to allow Mbappe to play that left wing.
If they do that,
I think it will come good.
If they do that, that would be terrible. I'm telling
that
you
would
what, bro.
that'll be messy, man. You
Yeah,
don't
but
like Vinny. If you take Vinny from the left, man, you just killed that guy's chance to win the Ballon d'Or. You've killed it.
Well,
The thing is, they need it to pay off, don't they? They need this Mbappe
Yeah.
to pay off.
Richard, I never got to hear your
somehow.
answer. Everybody was talking.
But they didn't pay
Yeah, I
for him
think
though.
Richard, you
they
were
got
going
him
to
on a
say
free.
something.
Okay.
Yeah,
Were you
Mbappe,
gonna
they got him
say
on a
something,
free.
Richard?
Yeah, they
his
did.
contract with PSG right now. So they
They
got
signed him on a
free.
free and he got a massive signing bonus for signing.
Yeah. It's he just didn't extend his contract at PSG and just left for free. That was one of the. Sorry, go ahead.
Joe's saying, regardless, Ancelotti is going to find a way.
Well, isn't Ancelotti leaving for the Brazil team allegedly as well?
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
He's been in contention for a while actually with Brazil. Yeah.
I thought he got it. He's just waiting.
When is he going to leave Real Madrid?
2025
Only
to
if he
start.
gets sacked. I mean, I don't know if his contract expires at Real Madrid, but
Because I also wonder if Real Madrid are waiting for Xabi Alonso as well.
It's saying Mbappe was paid 150 million euro signing on fee spread over the course of his
150 million.
deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jesus
That's
Christ!
a lot.
A lot
Yeah.
of money.
Wow,
So much
That's a
money.
lot.
I mean, you remember what the Saudi league was offering?
150 mil signing on.
How much would the Saudi league offer him?
The Saudi league was giving him like $750 million to go for like 2 seasons there.
That's why he didn't want to sign the contract at PSG. He knew that.
Wait, they gave him $750 million to go sign for Saudi league.
They were offering something. It was a ridiculous contract.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Damn! How much? Wait! How much is his salary now at Real Madrid?
It must be close to 400
Wages.
a week.
Come on, man.
it must be
400 is a joke.
No, that's
400 is a joke, man. I'm talking about like between 750 and $1 million a week. That's
No,
what
it
I'm
can't
thinking.
be 750. Nah.
I reckon
All right,
I'm
so
only
here,
surprised.
this is what it was.
Hold on.
Mbappe's
Go on,
wage at the
go on,
moment
Bill.
is 288,000 euros a week. 288,000 euros.
That's equivalent of 250,000
Yeah,
pounds.
but when you top it up with his signing on bonus spread
That's
spread out
probably
over
what it
5
is, yeah.
years, that's a massive bump up.
So get this. So it was Al Hilal was going to bid 332 million transfer fee to PSG, and then $776 million for Mbappe for 1 season.
Jesus Christ!
That's ridiculous.
That is insane.
That's insane.
Damn.
And he turned it down.
He turned it down.
Damn!
But because you
Nah,
see,
I would've left.
he knows what he
I
wants to
would've been-
achieve. He knows where he wants to be in
Nah,
terms of
bro.
elite football. And it's
see
in Europe.
that next year.
To be fair, he hasn't won the Champions League. I think
He
that's what
hasn't. Yeah, he hasn't.
that's
He's
the
been to
trophy
one
that he
final,
wants
right?
to
One
win.
final.
It's the
One
Champions
final.
League.
Yeah, he's got a World Cup, and then he scored a hat trick in the other World Cup final.
Yeah. So
But
he has a World Cup.
has he won a Ballon d'Or?
No.
Damn, all this time?
The one trophy that's haunting him is Champions League. That's what
Champions
he wants
League.
to win. Yeah.
Champions League and the Ballon d'Or will make it. Probably after that, he could say, "All right, Saudi, here I
You
come."
know what? I
He also
think I'll
did
be
the
able to
Euros
sleep
as
at
well,
night
too, I
in
think.
Saudi Arabia if I
Man,
don't win the
forget
Champions
man,
League.
man, forget the trophies, man. I'm going to Saudi, bro.
I'll go
Yeah,
to
but, end of the
Forget
day,
them.
but at that age,
I
you
go-
see,
I
Ronaldo
go
has
set my
done it whereby
generation.
You
he's
remember
achieved
what's his name?
everything.
What's his name when that route Oscar? If you remember Oscar with China.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
But
Yeah.
you see,
What?
and how many of you forgot about him till just now?
No,
Well, he
Damn.
did
That's
just
true.
retire. I think his last
Yeah.
game was like last
Yeah.
week recently.
Is
But
he
he-
still playing? He ain't retired yet?
Yeah, he was still
he
playing.
got his
Yeah,
bread
was still
though.
playing over there.
He got his
Yeah,
bread.
Carlos Tevez did the same thing as well.
But Carlos Tevez already achieved a lot before he went
Yeah.
there.
He won
Oscar
Premier
hadn't
Leagues.
achieved a lot. He was when Chelsea then went to China. When China was the new Saudi at the time. Whew. Sometimes Bems, I get it. It's sometimes not the money. It's not. It's just like
Oh yeah,
where
I
you
agree.
where people gonna remember you as a football
Yeah.
person.
Man,
I mean,
forget the
You said,
trophies, man. I'm gonna go get my
you
money,
do that
man.
for one season, you're set up for the rest of your life. Just make sure you put your assets in your mother's
Yeah,
name, and you go
exactly.
from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just one season.
Yeah.
To play one
Just
season,
one season,
man,
bro.
that's a
One
no-brainer.
season.
He's got how many
It's-
years ahead of him?
It's not like they
it's
ain't
a
paying him in
no-brainer.
Europe. They're paying him in Europe. He's still wealthy.
Man,
He ain't like
it's
And you listen,
I will
and
go
he's
take
gonna
that
be-
money
he's
for
gonna
1
be
year
over
and
there.
come back.
He's gonna be over there. They're gonna worship him. If he doesn't want to play certain games, he doesn't have to. He can phone. I mean, and then the skill level, he's not
Oh,
really
man.
overstressing himself that much.
Yeah,
Bro. Yeah.
he'll be cooking, man.
It's a good rest year, you know.
He'll
that's
be
why
training.
It's
It's
more
just
like
training.
retirement. More like retirement.
Yeah,
Look at
but
Neymar.
he'll just be training. He'll be training for 1 year.
Neymar has been retired even before he went over there, especially around his sister's birthday. But let's be honest.
Is he still playing? Is
Oh
Neymar
yeah,
still playing?
he just got injured again. He
Got
came
injured.
back and got injured
Where's
again.
Where's he at?
He's in Saudi.
Saudi.
He's in
Yeah,
Saudi.
Oh, he's in Saudi.
Saudi.
Oh.
Yeah, he just got
Yeah,
injured.
he's been in Saudi
He came
2
back-
seasons now, 3.
I
He's
think
done
I
nothing.
think
Oh,
he
wow.
came back. He came back from injury. He played like what 8 games, and scored
But
1
this-
goal, and then got injured again.
His sister's birthday's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, the biggest mistake Neymar made was leaving
Oh, yeah.
Barcelona.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but he
he's
didn't want to be in
Barcelona.
the shadows of Messi.
Yeah,
And
he
I
wanted
get
to go
it.
to PSG
No,
and do his
not
big thing.
PSG though. Not PSG.
There was
That
no
was
one
the
else.
worst place.
There was
The
no one
Farmers
else.
League.
There was no one else.
Should have just stayed.
He wanted his own identity instead of being
Imagine-
under.
Imagine
His
Neymar
dad,
going to
yeah,
the
his
Premier
dad is
League.
pushing him.
Oh, Neymar's dad said that United wanted him, but the Glazers didn't want to sign
Just,
him.
but
Exactly.
imagine he signed for the Premier League. He wouldn't.
He
He won't be able to play.
Too
He
physical.
would
he
not
won't
cut
get
it
it.
at all.
He'll be
He
injured
would have
the
been.
first
He would have
game.
been the new Anthony.
Yeah.
Nah, at
Yeah.
least Anthony
Latest
would have been.
Anthony.
I
Too
think
physical.
Anthony was more available. I think Anthony would have been more available than Neymar.
Anthony,
Neymar wouldn't have been available.
Anthony is more actually can handle the physicality of the Premier League.
Yeah.
He just makes stupid decisions.
Yeah.
Neymar, the second you touch him, imagine him at Old Trafford dropping down that ledge that goes off the pitch.
Oh yeah, he's done.
like let's be honest, right there. Like you remember what Ashley Young did to Di Maria? That's
Yeah.
exactly what happened to
Yeah,
Neymar. every
yeah,
single
yeah.
time.
I remember.
That's
Right.
exactly every time Neymar was out there.
Anyone got
Oh,
any
man.
last words? Anyone got last words? It could be encouragement. It could be anything. Just last words.
Okay,
for the
let
day.
me
Goes out.
okay. How well, I'm just gonna yeah, it's a question though. What do you guys think how long do you think before the Amarim negativity, like they start talking bad about Amarim?
It's already started.
It's already started. With Gary
By
Neville.
selecting
I think
in the
it will
group,
get
it's
worse.
already started.
It will get worse
Yeah.
if we mess around the whole December of bad results.
Yeah.
Then
But
the
what I'm-
press will say, "Oh,
What
this is not Portugal. This is English league. He was not
Yeah.
a right choice. They should have got Southgate." Watch by January,
Yeah,
if
what
the
I-
results are bad,
What
after
I feel-
January,
what I feel like is that even the fact that it's already started, I don't mean to sound this way though. But once those kind of talks start, it's not good. It normally doesn't end well for the manager.
The second you're in the Premier League and you're not British, it's gonna happen regardless.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you're not producing
And
results.
even then, look at if you want the perfect example of how the British media is, Look at what happened right before the Arsenal match, where they sat on that story about Mazraoui and purposely waited. So right before
that's true.
Arsenal to have that come out, right when we were on a good run of form going into it. So why are you even surprised by this?
Yeah, that's true though. They always want to say something.
And this will be the same media that will have some story and will sit on it for the second. There's like the second that we lose a match, and then they'll come up with some story about I don't know, Rashford's brother getting arrested months ago or something like that. So like there's a track record with this. So
Every time.
Yes.
Yep. I agree. Right. Gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Let me let the UK guys go. Thank you very much, Vim. Thank you, Richard, Ken. Thank you so much. And my USA crew, Devin, Joe, and Ben. Thank you very much for joining us on the day. Ashford has been told goodbye, good night on your bike. See you guys. Have a nice week. And hopefully we get results at the Empty Head next Sunday.
Hey guys, please just tell Kay to join the next time, please.
All right, we'll pass the message on. All right, guys, take care.
All right, guys. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.